Khamzat, assalamu alaikum. Glad to see you in our studio. Finally, we've been planning to do this for a long time. Understanding your busyness, I patiently waited, and now finally you are here. You became a UFC champion and delighted, first and foremost, the Chechen people, the entire country, and fans worldwide. Tell us, Khamzat, what has changed for you after becoming a champion? Do you see any different attitude or anything else? Has anything changed in your life?
Wa alaikum assalam. Yes, I also tried to go many times and it didn't work out. Look, now I managed to come to record this interview. A lot of things, have changed a little, but not like something supernatural changed. Well, I always expected that I would become a champion. So because of the expectation, probably not much has changed what I always felt. I can't say that I knew for sure 100%.
Only the Almighty knows, but the feelings I had have been justified today.
Khamzat, in principle, about you were not lacking attention even before you became a champion. You always had your own media presence. You had many followers here, but still, the belt is something special, probably. And from realizing this, Aram, honestly, I couldn't believe it for several days. And I had this feeling of joy that finally a Chechen became a UFC champion. What contribution we made to MMA, both organizationally and in terms of fighting, and it felt like this belt was missing. And what are your feelings about being the first? You were the first to win this belt?
Well, the feeling, I didn't think about being the first or the last. Well, it just happened that I became the first. Before me, there were also good guys who performed at a high level. And, the Almighty wanted me to be the first. Hopefully, I am not the last, inshallah. We will have many more UFC champions. Feelings, I am happy because I can show our youth that this, I said after the fight, if one Chechen took this belt, for other Chechens, it is not a problem at all. Therefore, inshallah, we will have many more champions. I am glad that I showed them the way that it is possible.
What did your parents say? Khamzat, your father, mother, your brother, who is always concerned about you? How did they take your victory?
Well, as always, they just congratulated me. As we'd say, Shalom, that's how they congratulated me. My father, well, how to say, he, probably like all Chechens, fathers are not particularly talkative when they are happy. He is probably very happy about my victory. Well, most likely that's the case. Just said it like that and nothing more.
In fact, it would probably be surprising to hear any revelations from my father. I think deep down he is very happy about this.
Of course, it's like that for everyone. Our father never shows emotions. And the older brother also isn't particularly fond of showing his emotions. But I know they are proud and happy about it.
Well, and on your mom is always, of course, about tone, because about emotions, because there will be tears, there will be worries. After all, her son is going to fight in such a dangerous sport. So what words did your mom have for you?
Well, when we tried to talk on the phone, she couldn't speak because she was crying. So I calmed her down and said, your son is already a world champion. I always told her that I would become a world champion. I joked as a child saying, one day, Mom, I'll bring you a bag of money, and so on. So jokingly, I also said I would bring it, that now I'm a world champion, I can bring a bag of money there. Well, she's also happy. She worries about me a lot. That's why she cries.
Khamzat, fighters usually have some dreams. Some want to buy a house for their mother. Some want to open a gym. We'll talk about the gym a bit later. What dreams did you have, and what have you realized from them? Was there something you wanted to do since childhood and you eventually managed to do it?
Well, of course, first and foremost, I always wanted to make my mom happy, and I always wanted to be the son she wants to see me as. And I knew that my mom always believed in me. And whenever I lacked confidence, I would go to my mom, talk, and we would sit and have tea. And she always supported me. I never really talked much with my father and brother. Sometimes I wanted to ask my father something, but he would just send me away. Then I went to my brother, then to my mom, and there I could have already sincerely sit down and talk, therefore.
Regarding what you wanted to do for her, perhaps, or for the family in general, and you managed to do it?
I think now I have achieved what I also wanted to do for my mom. I have already done everything. I don't want to say what I did for my mom there. Well, the dream I had now, Alhamdulillah, has already come true. But when one dream ends, another one appears.
Ambitions come along the way, right?
Yes, yes.
Is there something else you would like to do that you could voice?
Well, to voice it like this, the dream is that in the future now I have a family, enough money, everything is there, housing is there, food is there. Further, I don't want to see people in need in our republic where I can help. That's not such big money there. UFC earns, there are businessmen, they earn much more and help our people. And our leader does not leave anyone behind. Well, I also want to contribute and help people do what I can for our people. That is the second dream.
But you manage it because I see the projects, and the same with Hairi and so on. They exhibited, and it was very nice that you donated some money, made contributions. And as it is said in our religion, the more you give, the more you will receive in return. And in this regard, have you ever felt like sometimes in life you do something or you feel directly, the Almighty allows you to feel that it comes back to you many times over? Have you experienced that?
Many times it happened. We recently talked about this with Abu Bakr, you sitting together. Alhamdulillah, for now, even if you don't get a return here, the Almighty will prepare everything for you there. You have to give. My mom always taught me, if you have 1 ruble, give away half. So when you give good, good comes back. When you do evil, it also comes back. The Almighty sees everything. So sometimes I would give away a certain amount, and within a week, it would return to me double. I was in shock, almost cried. I sat there and thought, why is the Almighty doing all this for me? Why me? Well, Alhamdulillah, you need to do good. If you do it sincerely, the Almighty will give back to you.
I was very touched when, in an interview with Brett Okamoto, you said, yes, I'm in the UFC, Bishkaram, I earn a certain amount of money, but exactly half of it goes to expenses for our guys, for training camps. I know that you have organized camps more than once, in Dubai and in Thailand. This is quite an expensive, let's say, pleasure. You also paid the guys salaries, gave them gifts, and even gifted cars. We all know this. In this regard, they say that receiving gifts is not as enjoyable for some as giving them. You seem to have the same situation, right?
Well, probably yes.
When you receive, well, of course, when you receive a gift, attention from someone, anyone who is sincerely happy for you and give you something and is joyful, whether it's a small thing or a big thing, it's pleasant, joyful. But when you give something to someone, do something good, that's a different kind of joy. It lasts much longer.
Well, they say, and not without reason, that money doesn't change people. Money reveals their true nature. When a person has a lot of money, that's when their true nature shows. And you know what I think? I observe from the side, maybe I'm wrong, but this burden, yes, of your life path, those difficult moments you had in Sweden with the move, it seems to me they just allowed you to understand how hard it is, and you just know how difficult it can be for beginner athletes. And it's like you remember your past self.
Yes, of course. I always try not only to help the guys financially, and I don't even try to teach them. I just tell them what I've seen, so they can learn from my mistakes, and I want everything they achieve, what I have achieved now, to be tenfold for them to achieve much better. It will be easier for them. Which, if I tell them this is how it was for me, then they will think about it and behave better in situations like during training and how to do all this.
That's why I try to be helpful to the youth in all areas.
Khamzat, returning to your fight against Dricus Duplessis, I'll be honest, from our side, I was more anxious when you fought Whitaker. Something inside me was burning very strongly. There were worries here too, but it felt somehow calmer. Tell us a bit about your mindset for this fight. Dricus was undefeated in the UFC. He was presented as the strongest middleweight in the world. Did you realize you would have such an advantage over him before the fight?
Well, to be honest, I thought the guy would be a bit stronger, but he's not a weak fighter. It's just that I didn't let him work at all. My wrestling and grappling technique is on another level, so he couldn't show what he wanted. He's not an easy fighter. I also remember when I beat Whitaker and broke his jaw, everyone said he was a weak fighter getting old. And in his last fight against the Ritter, it was an even fight, 50-50. Could have gone either way, and it showed he was a good fighter too. When I beat Usman, everyone said he was getting old and all that, and now he's back as a contender at 170. So, well, there weren't any big surprises. I expected to win.
In this 5-round marathon, many experts, many people, yes, expressed that we haven't seen Khamzat in a 5-round fight. We just don't know how he will look. But we have seen Dricus many times. So it was understandable. Alexander, but we have seen how Khamzat finishes. If there is no finish, Khamzat will have problems. Did you yourself have doubts about the 5 rounds? Can you go through or not?
No, of course not, because in the gym we always work 5 rounds. When someone drops out of sparring, we immediately replace them and keep working. I always prepare for 5 rounds. Even when I fought for 3 rounds, I always did 5 rounds in sparring, sometimes even 6. And it still happens sometimes when I'm too fresh after 5 rounds. The coach says, let's go again.
Or when I am, I say, let's go again. That's how it happens.
Well, in this fight, if we take the one with Dricus, yes, there in the last round, he ended up on top. Was there anything dangerous for you at that moment?
No. Oh, by the end, I just felt when the judge at the last moment, and I was finishing, even though I tried to finish and to be active, and a little rushed when he,
Lifted, right?
when he raised us. I tried to talk to him about why he raised us, but the fight had already started, and basically I went in unprepared and got caught. I never make such mistakes in the gym. I don't go forward. I specifically draw them in, then take the hold, but there I just went in like a fool and got caught stupidly. Now I have to meet with Tillam, and he will spend an hour going over this technique again so that I don't get caught off guard anymore.
And is your ego not hurt? You know, for wrestlers, it's important to always be on top.
No, because in the gym, even yesterday I was working with the guys. I work on the ground, and someone can take me down and I can take someone down. Most importantly, the important thing is to take the belt, or to come out of there as a champion winner. For me, that's very important. Otherwise, someone knocked me down or something happened, even got hit, fell into a knockdown.
It's not very important to me.
in fact, Aku, when you enter the cage, Jakaza, it feels like it's your environment where you feel really good. This is proven by your attitude when the fight starts, your look, how you smile, and obviously this makes your opponents very nervous. It was clear that Dricus, seeing your confidence, seemed to fade a little. And at the end, when that very moment happened, when you covered yourself and you playfully gave him a little slap, I've just never seen anything like it. How did you even come up with that?
Well, now in every fight, in every new fight, I feel much more in my head. Everything happening around me in this cage, I feel every little thing. I can even talk. I even talked to them during the fight, and with his coach in the corner when we fell there, when I took him down, I talked to them too.
What were you talking about?
I was just joking with them. They did a good job. Let them stay there. They even said they would give me money then. I joked about that. And with Dricus, when I took him down, was finishing him, I also teased him, come on, get up, try there, like that.
Did he react in any way?
No, I was just laughing. And like that, when it was the end, I realized he had no strength. Yes, I don't think he would have choked me. At least in the last few years, no one has choked me, and that's why I was confident. I gave a shalpek, as Chechens say, shalpek.
Well, it was very, very funny, actually. I would never have thought, yes, that during a fight, during danger, such relaxation could be. And naturally, people are always like that. They need intrigue. If you win quickly, people will say, we didn't see him in a long fight. If you win in a long fight, they will say, that fight wasn't spectacular. So there will always be some finding